But why not strawberries? You're not like strawberries?
I can see it. I can see what strawberries does. You know, you dip it, you dip into the chocolate, you feed it to whoever you are feeding it to, and there's something.
Is that what you're doing?
I don't do that.
You've never done that before?
Maybe. A majority of couples who post themselves together are the most unhappiest. And the couples who are the most happiest are the ones who show their partners the least.
Do you know what's crazy? The world that I've lived in, the Love Island world, I would say, derives from that to a certain extent, where everyone is suddenly shocked that this couple has broken up. But that's purely because social media has portrayed, or the couple has portrayed, that everything's all good. It's not just women that have to receive flowers. I like to receive flowers as well.
What type of flowers?
Some lilies. I'd like to receive some lilies every now and again.
He's chatting rubbish. He's chatting absolute rubbish. Men have their own version of Valentine's Day. Have you ever heard of it before?
No, what's that?
It's called Steak and BJ Day.
Huh? Welcome back, guys. We are here at Teddy Talks. Thank you very much for joining us again. My name is Teddy Suarez, and I'm joined by my amazing brother,
Sydney.
How are you feeling, Sydney?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good?
Because I know what we're going to talk about today. So the energy is going to be high. We're going to feel good. You know, it's Valentine's.
February, the month of Valentine's. I feel like as soon as we jump into February, it's always the idea that Valentine's is around the corner. And do you know what's crazy? Even if you're single or in a relationship, I kind of feel like you still have that thought towards Valentine's.
Why is that?
I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm single, so I can only talk about my single mental state. And it's like, I'm not in a relationship right now. And I get one side of me, which is, I'd probably say 60% of me is like, woo, I'm single. And then the other side of me is like, oh, damn, I'm single. And I'm like, maybe I need to find someone. Maybe I need to give mommy a grandchild. And yeah, but overall, I'm feeling good. I feel like I had a good January. January started off really well in terms of attacking my goals. Obviously, we went through some tragedies, but outside of the tragedies, I feel like there's a lot of focus inward, and I'm telling myself, I'm not gonna lie, I'm telling myself that will result in everything else realigning into the right direction. So even from a relationship point of view, Valentine's, I'm not going to be as optimistic and think I'm going to meet someone on Valentine's like that.
So there's Valentine's from a perspective of I'm in a relationship. It's my time to show my partner that I love her. I'm going to do something romantic and, you know, really show the world that this is my partner and I'm going to show her that I really love her.
Yeah.
And there's the other side of it. I'm single. I need a Valentine's. You know, I want to go out on a date with someone. I want to.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not saying that's. I'm not saying that's you.
I don't think shit. I need a Valentine's. I think. Damn, I got a break.
A break from what?
When every Valentine's, I try and go in. Like I want to be the driving force. I want to make sure that she's spoiled. I want to make sure that she's appreciated. So this year, Valentine's is probably going to be a weird one because I think I've said it in previous podcasts before that I really do thrive in being a romantic. I like being a romantic. I like spoiling a partner that is really deserving of being spoiled. So, yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, I want to understand the reasons why you like doing those things.
But
before we do that,
yes, before we do that, quote.
Yeah, let's get into the quote that opens up that door. We can walk through it and then we can understand each other. So my quote for the day which I feel like captures the spirit of love, is love is when the other person's happiness is more important than your own.
Oof.
Yeah.
Say that again one more time. I feel like that deserves a bit of a wheel up.
That deserves a bit of a wheel up. So love is when the other person's happiness is more important than your own.
Yeah.
And that's by H. Jackson Brown Jr.
Okay, before we dive into why that resonated with you, I'll give you my quote as well, because I feel like it's only right we hit 2 quotes, both of our quotes on Valentine's Day, because I feel something as well, people. So my quote: to be brave is loving someone unconditionally without expectation, anything in return, to just give.
And what I'm hearing and sensing from our quotes, I mean, you would tell me why that resonated with you, but I'm picking up unconditional love, where you do something and you don't expect anything back.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I've fallen foul of, I've done this, so you should appreciate it, and not necessarily I expect anything back, but like just the idea that you should just appreciate the love that I've just given you and whatever gesture I've just given you, like you should. I've definitely fallen foul of that, and I feel like over time I've learned to deal with the element of unconditional love and what that actually means, because I don't think anyone that loves anyone just knows that straight away. Sometimes, obviously, don't get me wrong, I do think there are genuinely people out there that instinctively have that instinct of, I'm just going to do this born out of love. And actually, even though I say I've fallen foul of it, there's certain elements of my time in relationships where, call this unconditional love. Some people might shit on it and be like, you're just giving someone flowers. But like, even when I give my partner flowers, sometimes I give mommy flowers every now and again, and not expect anything back. I'm not expecting any kind of thank you or whatever. It's just a smile that you put on that person's face. It's the intentions that you go in with, whatever gesture that you have applied. What is your intention? Is it I'm expecting something back, or is it the feeling that you're giving that person? And that's what I've learned out of the unconditional love I've given to other people, where in the past it was more of, how did they not appreciate it? How did they not see that I've gone through all these efforts and lengths to just remember their birthday? No, I'm joking.
As men, we forget,
you know where I'm coming from. Like it's just remembering certain things where you're like, I know she wouldn't expect me to know this, so I'm gonna do this. I know she wouldn't expect me to, have any kind of appreciation of whatever she's going through. So, and I say she, guys, girls out there, just because I'm talking about my own experience and I'm talking about my own relationships. And from my point of view, it's just being able to give them the feeling of, I care enough to have done this unconditional gesture. And I've grown. I think I've matured through what that looks like. What about you? What do you think?
I think it's very interesting that, we give love in different ways. We all have our own love language.
And receive.
And receive.
Give and receive.
And receive it in different ways as well. And, you talked about giving mommy flowers and, doing nice gestures for girls who you've been in relationships with, and it got me thinking about, some of the things that I've done. And
do you give mommy flowers?
I've given mommy flowers before.
Oh, you have, yeah.
Yeah. Mommy, you better see to that. I've definitely done it. But, what it got me thinking about was, the cultural pressures, what does society say about Valentine's Day? Why is it that we have to celebrate love on the 14th of February.
Why is it the 14th of
Why
Feb?
can't you celebrate love all year round? Or why is it that you decide your own timeline of, I haven't shown my partner love for X amount of days, so I'm going to do it today. Why is it that we have to decide that it's Valentine's Day, we're going abroad, or we're going for this nice dinner, we're going for... what society says. How about what you decide?
Yeah, and I'll be blunt with that as well, as much as you said what society said. Like, I can only think of the times I've given mommy flowers isn't just on Mother's Day. Like, I would just wake up one day and be like, you know what? Mommy's gone through a hard week. Mommy's gone through this, that, and the other. So I'm just going to get mommy flowers. Just to make her day feel special. And for the most part, that's one of the reasons why I've always liked to give mommy flowers, especially when I'm busy, mommy's busy. We don't necessarily speak almost every day. Sometimes it's every other day, and if I don't call mommy, it's a problem, and I get a lot of smoke. But
I get the same smoke.
Ultimately, it's for that reason, because you never know what those flowers do to the person that you're giving it to on that day that you're giving it to them. So for me, I think it's super, super important to just share that love with that person that you really do love. And it's not just a Valentine's Day thing on the 14th of February. I would like to think, and I want to stress this as well, people, it's not just women that have to receive flowers. I like to receive flowers as well.
What type of flowers?
Some lilies. I'd like to receive some lilies every now and again.
He's chatting rubbish. He's chatting absolute rubbish.
No, but like,
do you know
on
what?
a serious
Actually,
note,
I'm gonna tell you something though.
What, you want
that
flowers as well?
No, I
Bro,
don't
I'll
want
get
no
you flowers, bro.
No, you don't.
I'll make sure when I get mommy a badge, I'll get you some too.
I'll tell you something very interesting that I discovered during this research about Valentine's Day. Men have their own version of Valentine's Day. Have you ever heard of it before?
No, what's that?
It's called Steak and BJ Day.
Huh?
It's called Steak and BJ Day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, I've heard of that, but I didn't know that was equivalent to Valentine's. Is that it?
Yeah.
Bro, that's bad.
Yeah.
Do you know why I think that's bad? Because
Why
it's
so
just
bad?
so provocative, bro.
It's so provocative.
It's bad.
It's so provocative, but it's
I mean, I say it's bad. It's good, but it's bad.
Which reminds me of Jay-Z and Kanye West song. And what's that guy's name with the white guy with the afro? It's so provocative. I don't know what it means, but it's provocative.
Oh, damn! And he was an elf. Wasn't he?
Something Ferris or Harris. I can't remember.
Will? Is it Will Ferris?
Will Ferris. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but that's how you get to a man through food and through provocative things, because we're simple creatures.
Yeah. I think it's
Well, I like the fact we're talking about love and all the nice things and giving and receiving gifts. Let's get into this game.
We've got a Valentine's game.
We've got a Valentine's game.
Yes.
We've got a Valentine's game,
do.
which I'd like to play. And we're gonna ask each other a few questions that are associated with Valentine's Day and see how much we know about love and about how people give love and receive love. Teddy, do you want to kick us off with the first question?
Okay, so one of the first questions, what intimate gesture is often exchanged as a prelude to a passion on Valentine's Day? So we've got three options: whispered secrets, handwritten notes, a virtual hug. Sydney, so what do you think it is out of the three things? A, B, or C?
I'm going to go for the one which I don't think it's true, but it's going to surprise me. Whispered secrets.
Nah, bro. Handwritten notes, bro.
Obviously, the Valentine's Day cards. Duh.
Yeah, because you got to think what's in that note.
It's true.
So what note?
Yeah.
What would you like to see? If I was, no, not me. Sorry. I was gonna say if I was to write you
don't
a
role
note.
play with this.
No. So if you were to receive a note from someone, that you are feeling, you've got some affection for, what would you like to see in that note? That would make you think, okay, 14th of Feb, I'm ready.
I want to see all the reasons why she loves me.
Yeah, it.
That's it.
Look at that smiling face. All the reasons why she
all
loves
the
me.
reasons. Give me
What
the
kind
reasons.
of things though? Because love is quite broad.
Yeah.
It can be like, you know.
I think it's about the moments that we share together, how I make her feel, things that I've done for her, where we're going in life, you know, all of these things. And I would want to hear that because it would be reassuring that the relationship's going in the right direction. And I don't want to be given a false sense of security.
So you like security in your life. You like an idea of the woman in your life making you feel secure to a certain extent.
Yeah, secure.
Know where you're going.
Yeah, know where I'm going with us.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
What about yourself?
As in, what would I like to see in a note?
Yeah, what would you like to see in a note?
I think I would probably like to see a lot of provocative things in a note, to be fair, for Valentine's anyway.
Right.
But also, I would also like to see things that are connected to our relationship as well. So not just random sweet nothings that you may have said to your previous ex, but something that's meaningful in our relationship. So if you know I like something specific, I'm not going to give it away before someone decides to replay this whole thing, and then they just start reeling off everything.
You're manipulating.
Yeah. I want you to do your research.
Yeah.
But no, like to be really present. Because can you imagine you get something like it's I don't know, like in the handwritten note, it's like, oh, let's go and go to I don't know, like okay, let's go to Australia and we'll do a long swim across the channel of Australia or whatever the channel is in Australia. I can't swim, bro.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, so that tells me that
She wants to kill you.
You want to just see me at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
That's not good. I want to see something that's like that resonates between, I don't know how, let's say the relationship has gone on for like 6 months to 12 to a year, 6 months to a year. You want to see things that resonate within the moments that we've had together, that reminds you and makes you feel that passion again. I think like the 14th of Feb, not to go too deep into the 14th of Feb and why it's all been, you know, brought up again, but I think it's like an appreciation for the union that you both have had. I can't talk about why Valentine's Day exists whilst you're single, because obviously, you know, it's meant for couples.
I think Valentine's Day exists for some reason because Saint Valentine organized a day about...
Oh, Saint Valentine.
Saint
Who's
Valentine.
Saint Valentine?
Saint Valentine. I don't know too much about him. People help me and educate me about this, but I know that he created a day about having a feast and, you know, celebrating. It might have been love, and then, you know, cultural norms and switched it for a day about love and not necessarily about what Saint Valentine's intention is. Somebody will correct me, I'm sure. I've paraphrased it a little bit, but it was something a little bit
about that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Saint Valentine's was feasting on love.
I don't know what
Let
he
me do the
was
sign of the
feasting
cross,
on.
because that sounded a bit disrespectful.
I don't know what he was feasting on, but he was feasting on something.
But it was a banquet of celebrating the love in his life. He or her.
Yeah, people get in the comments. Let us know what Valentine's about. I'm very interested to know about that. I want to give you my question now.
Yeah, hit me with a question.
So, in which romantic city do Valentine lovers rendezvous under the moonlight on Valentine's Day?
Do I get some options, or are you just expecting me to know what cities that we're...
I was just building up the suspense. A, Paris. City of Valentine affairs.
I want to go with Paris, bro.
B.
I don't even care about any of the options.
Venice.
Venice, okay.
Canals of secrecy.
What?
Canals of secrecy. I said a bit weird.
Yeah, wait. I wasn't even trying to pull you out there. I was just like, wait, what?
C. Rome. Internal rendezvous.
So hit me with the whole thing again.
It's A, Paris, B, Venice, or C, Rome. I don't know why those extra side notes were included in the answers, but I think it was just to give you.
I'm still gonna stick with Paris. I threw Paris in there. I feel like Paris is a romantic city. You've got the bridge of I don't know, lock. They've got like those lockers.
The key unlocked and you throw the key. Have you done that before?
I've never done it before. No, I've only been to Paris once, and that was just for fashion.
What's
week.
the idea behind that? Is in you
I think you write a message, a love message to someone that you care about. On the again, people, please comment below if I'm completely wrong about this, but I think you write a message on the lock, or you kind of think of something, some sort of message associated with the person that you're in love with, or anyone from a family background or whatever, and then you put the lock on the bridge. I think it is.
Would you ever do that?
Would I ever do that? Yeah, of course. I mean, I remember in Italy when we were in Rome, I don't know, I did that before I even explained it, but like we flicked a coin into this fountain. We flicked a coin into the fountain, and it was like a superstitious thing. I'm a superstitious person, so not that exercise is a superstitious thing, but like it's one of those things. I believe in stuff like that. I like that. It's romantic.
Yeah, you are.
Would you do that? Would you do it?
No.
Oh my God.
You're the hopeless.
Little,
yeah, I know. But I'm not a hopeless romantic.
Yeah, no, but it's not about being a hopeless.
I need to train. I need to train that muscle.
Yeah. Please train it, bro.
I'll train it one day. Just
so
not today.
What was it? Was I wrong? Was I right?
You were wrong.
Oh shit. After that entire explanation, I was wrong.
The answer is B, Venice.
Venice.
Yeah, Venice.
What was the explanation with Venice? What was the side note?
It's the canals of secrecy. You know, this is where lovers like to chill under the moonlight, and
it makes so much sense.
But I don't really understand that. So we'll have to look into that one.
No, but more. You know, Venice is again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Venice is close to being flooded. So the whole canal thing. Do you remember the movie? Was it The Tourist?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
That clip where everything was being flooded because there was an explosion. That thing is happening due to climate change, I believe. So like the idea of canaling through Venice and all that kind of stuff is going to change. I think in the next 10 years. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. So people,
so
go to Venice as soon as you can.
Better do that as soon as possible before it's.
I need to go to Venice. I've never been.
I heard I had the canal stink.
Such a cynic, bro.
No, this is what I've been. This is what I've been told. Anyway, on to the next question.
Shit!
Show me what's next on the game.
The next question. You're next. You're next. I like this one. What aphrodisiac food is considered as a provocative delight on Valentine's Day? We have A, oysters, B, strawberries, C, truffles.
Oysters.
Oh, come on, bro. Damn. Yes, you're right. You are very right.
Yeah. I mean...
but why not strawberries? You don't like strawberries?
No, I can see it. I can see what strawberries does. You know, you dip it, dip into the chocolate, you feed it to whoever you are feeding it to, and there's something...
Is that what you're doing?
I don't do that.
You've never done that before?
Maybe. But I know why that could be a way of showing you love somebody.
So you've had oysters before?
I've had oysters before.
Do you feel the aphrodisiac element?
No. But I think that I'm not a very good guinea pig for that sort of test, because I think that level of
sorry guys, I'm just gonna cut in there. He's basically saying he's just on every single time. He doesn't need oysters.
Yeah, exactly.
It's basically
you don't
what
need
he's
to
saying.
inject somebody with somebody that's already got something in there. you know?
Yeah. I hear that. I hear
So
I know I would have gone with the oysters just because I know that oysters is supposed to be an aphrodisiac, but I've never felt. I've had like 6, 7 oysters at a time, and I've never really felt like, oh my god, I need to go and.
was that because you were trying to get there?
I wanted to see. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to see the after effects of what these oysters were
And
gonna
physically,
do.
nothing was actually.
No. I didn't have to feel.
So maybe it's a myth. It was just us.
It could be.
It's just-
To be honest, again, people, anyone that's felt anything from oysters, let us know. Don't give us too much detail, but let us know.
My turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what tantalizing
I
fabric?
love that word, tantalizing.
Tantalizing. What tantalizing fabric is often associated with sensuality in Valentine's Day attire? Some of these words are very wordy. So tell us, Teddy, is it A, silk, smooth seduction, or B, lace for delicate allure, or C, leather for bold temptation?
Is that what leather's supposed to do for you?
I was giving ad-libs.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go with lace. When you say lace, is that like a literal shoelace? Am I being stupid here? But like, what are we talking about?
I mean, I think let's say if a beautiful young lady or beautiful old lady is wearing some lingerie, and the lingerie is made of lace material, you don't imagine that in a shoelace. You imagine it in just.
You don't imagine it in a shoelace. You're taking the bait. God. No. Yeah. On that basis, I'll go with lace because I enjoy. I
You enjoy what?
don't worry.
You caught yourself.
No. Legit. Like I enjoy the whole look of somebody in lace.
That's good. Good for you, Teddy. You enjoy the lace.
Yeah, is it good for me because I'm right? I hope I'm right, bro.
You're absolutely right. Well done. 10 points for Teddy.
So the world enjoys lace as well. No, but do you not think the whole idea of lace and someone looking naughty in lace?
I during this whole research about Valentine's Day and stuff, like some weird things were popping out. And
what weird things?
I came across a fact about someone who actually I rate. He's a absolute machine who smashes records, does his thing, and has a lovely family and everything. And it was just interesting to hear about, how he.
Who's he?
He Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
How he finds ways with his partner to reinvigorate the love between them, spice up the love. And apparently his partner goes to bed every night in lingerie for him. Maybe it's lace.
Maybe it's lace. Maybe it's lace, bro. Maybe that's a secret. Bro.
Maybe it's a secret.
So what about us men? What can we do beyond being just in boxes, bro? Could we be in lace? Or
we had Connie on the other day, and I think the budgie smugglers.
Budgie smuggler.
Yes.
But what if you can't smuggle it? Like he said something about not
make it part of the look.
Just what? Just add sock down there or what?
That's not me to advise on.
Okay, case,
yeah.
but that's a good point though. That could be a good business venture. So that
How do you make the man ready for Valentine's Day?
There's no men in lace. Like we haven't got lace, bro.
No.
We haven't got this lingerie business that's going on with a lot of these.
How do you weaponize yourself as a man for Valentine's Day?
We have to spice up something, bro. Like that could honestly be I'm gonna actually think about this.
That's a good business move.
As much as she's doing something, maybe that we just need to let them do what they're doing.
No. We need to also bring something to the table.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Which central dance is commonly embraced as a celebration of love on Valentine's Day? Is it tango, waltz, salsa? Do you need me? Do you need me to?
I'm just thinking about, when you're waltzing. Is this the love? Is this the love?
Is that waltzing?
Yeah.
No, don't think that's waltzing, bro.
It's the ballroom dancing.
No, that looks like kizomba, bro. I'll be honest.
The kizomba, you're there really shaking that waist, and that's different. That's different. The tango.
Isn't tango the same, moving your waist?
It's similar, but there's a lot more spinning around, I think. And the salsa, there's a lot more of a close connection with the winding the waist. Fist hotness.
Yeah, you're almost sweating salsa.
Yes.
I'd like to do salsa.
I think
to be honest, when I did the full Monty, what was that? Was that tango? What would you class that as?
The full Monty. I don't know. There was a lot going on to the full Monty.
Beyond the nakedness, my bro. Like, Jesus, I know you were there and you just you don't know where to look.
Listen, I don't know what that was. I don't know what you call that. But I think that it's salsa. My answer is salsa.
You think it's salsa?
I think my answer is salsa.
You're wrong.
What is it?
It's tango. And you know what's crazy? The attachment to tango is connection. Waltz is elegant intimacy. Salsa is spicy Can't read the rest of it, I'll be honest.
No, okay.
It's spicy something.
But
it's just not salsa, so we won't worry about what the rest of that is.
Right, okay. All right. We blame the drink for
Yeah. I can't see right now.
You can see, okay? Right, okay. So if you want your partner to feel love on Valentine's Day and you want to dance, tango is the go-to dance.
Do you know why? I can kind of see why that is. I feel like tango is, and some dance expert will correct me on this, but I kind of feel like tango is more unison. Salsa is more of the male taking the lead and throwing the woman around and which obviously can still be seen as sexy, but I kind of feel like a tango is more of like together, like one person's doing their part, the other person's doing their part. Not that I'm a dance expert.
Yeah. You feel like you're really doing something for me. I'm doing something for you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Are you ready for this next one?
Yeah, hit me.
In which country did the saucy tradition of exchanging provocative Valentine's cards originate?
Oh, sugar.
Which country's the horniest, basically? Is it A, Italy, the land of passion? B,
Italians are supposed to be hella romantic.
France, the city of love? Or C,
And the French.
England, unveiling secrets?
Like England would be more banter. Whereas France and Italy would be a bit more sensual provocativeness. To me, it's between Italy and France.
You have to
I'm gonna go with my instincts. I'm gonna say Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, I just have a feeling when they finish doing the pasta and they finish grating the cheese and all that stuff, and then you get down to the business. I feel like. Oh wait, hang on. It's to do with.
To be fair, Italy is the land of passion, and it's
to do with sending a letter, right? Provocative
Valentine cards.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with France.
You're
Forget
going
my
to
instincts,
France.
I'm going
Why
with
France?
The French passion will come through when it comes to writing a letter.
Have you felt French passion before?
No, actually. No, I'm just going off the movies.
Of the movies, okay. Interesting.
No, actually, no, legitimately, no. I'm going off. I'm going off what I think right now, and I've completely disregarded England, and I don't know why, but I just feel like with England, it's just pure banter.
What's your banner?
It's pure banter. It'd be like, I don't know, like.
Are you ready for the answer?
Yeah, hit me with the answer.
The answer is England. We're some dirty people out here. Oh, you English. You really like to send those naughty news. You stop that.
Do you know what I reminds me of? I remember seeing one thing with Peter Crouch and his wife, and it was Peter Crouch. This kills me every time. He sends some sort of like aubergine or whatever to his missus. And she's like, what the fuck, Peter? And that's what that reminds me of for some weird reason.
It's just like, I'm ready.
Yeah. He's basically saying, look, when I get home, this is what you get. Oh shit! How can I not? I underestimated England. Did you think it would have been England? Like, truthfully,
No.
I
I would have settled for Italy or France because I just you naturally think they're more romantic, so you do more things. But when I really, really think about England. And
we're savages.
Yeah.
We're more inclined to write on a card.
I live here, so I'm allowed to say this sort of thing.
We're more inclined on a card to just put some savagery on paper.
Yeah.
And hope for the best.
Hope for the best. You know, we like to shoot our shot. We like to shoot our shot.
That's the end of the game, isn't
That's
it?
the end of the game. That's the end of the game. And I think
I enjoyed it.
That was good. I like thinking about how different cultures celebrate Valentine's Day, and I don't know. I wanted to also just like broach this topic on, we've been talking about cultural norms, right? Where society said we need to celebrate Valentine's Day on the 14th of February. We talked about, men wishing that they had their own day. Someone created this imaginary steak and BJ day, which nobody adheres to. We wish, not we.
I'm thinking, what do we wish here? We wish.
I'm sure there's men out there. There's men out there that wishes that could be possible. But
have you had a blowjob on steak on blowjob day?
I can't remember.
That is a Jose Mourinho response and a half, bro.
I can't remember. But what I was gonna ask, right, is this whole act of demonstrating unconditional love. Before Saint Valentine existed, right? Let's go back in time. Perhaps maybe in the ages of, when just after cavemen existed, where you could actually communicate. They weren't just communicating with hoo ha ha. There was actually there was some sort of language.
What?
Cavemen apparently couldn't speak. Yeah.
Oh, is that how they were? What was that?
I don't know. Just think about gorillas. Maybe. They would have shown acts of love, right, in different ways, and
it's like birds. Birds like they do this funny dance and they like prance around and they try and show the opposite sex their affection.
That's right.
Hope that opposite sex gets with them, or sadly they fly away or whatever.
That's right, and it got me thinking about, okay, we've talked about how we show love and how cultural differences, it varies from place to place, and I'm thinking about, okay, back in the day, they would have shown love in different ways. I'm gathering food for my family to eat because I love them. I'm looking after my kids, keeping them away from this cold out there, it's snowing outside because I love them. People exist in familial relationships or even romantic relationships where their partners or the person on the other side loves them, but the person on the receiving end doesn't necessarily feel that they love them. And, what are ways in which we can show love to, the people who are most dearest to each other, which is not just the usual, I'm going to buy you flowers.
But you know what's crazy when you say that? There's some partners that appreciate that. Like, there's some partners that don't necessarily need their other partner to show that level of affection where it's a specific gesture. I don't remember what her name is, but the lady that was in, you might be able to tell me, Lord Sugar's episode, The Apprentice, and she also is a director of West Ham. I don't know if she's still a director of West Ham now. Karen something. We'll just go with Karen right now. We'll just pray to God.
God, it's Karen. Karen, I'm sorry, but we know your face.
Yeah, if not, we'll correct it somehow.
Yeah. Powerful woman.
Yeah, she business-minded woman. And I remember her saying something like, again, I might butcher this, but it was on Diary of a CEO, and she was saying something like, she doesn't necessarily need her partner to always give her flowers and show that gesture of love. She just needs just being there, but outside of these gestures of typical day-to-day love gestures that we would consider as a way of being connected to a partner. It's a bit deeper than that. And in answer to, you asked me a question, right? In answer to your question, it's more of a case of, I don't need someone to tell me that they love me every single day. I would very much prefer that to be done through other gestures, through gestures of understanding, through gestures of, we appreciate that right now we're going through a difficult time, or we're going through a really happy time. Like, I don't need the typical, almost superficial. Like, it's almost superficial. If I was to receive a box of chocolates, bro, you tell me the last time you saw me put chocolates in my mouth, bro. Like, I would literally be like, thank you, I appreciate it, but like, it's not connected with.
That's not what I love.
What I enjoy. No, I haven't really got that much of a sweet tooth. So if I receive a box of chocolates on Valentine's Day, don't get me wrong, I'll appreciate it, but I'd almost question what have we been talking about for the past couple months, 6 months to a year plus, when really and truly, like, this isn't what I love. Like, I would love so many other things outside of, and for the most part, I just really love the connection that we have. And it's that more than anything. So, like, anything else that's added to that, that's aligned with me, that's aligned with her to some extent. If she loves chocolate, but yeah, she's got me a box of chocolate.
So the thing is, what I love about what you're saying is about not focusing on what society sets as a norm is this is the type of gift you should get your partner on Valentine's Day, because everyone says you should get flowers, you should get chocolates. No. Pay attention to what your partner really loves, really likes, and try and show them that you understand that and you love them for that, and that's how you're going to show them you want to make them happy.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of showing someone you love them, because you get them for them, right?
And it's all about being present as well. Like, I'm a firm believer that, like, in relationships, let's say you're in a relationship with someone for like 10 years, 10 years. I would imagine that there's so many things that's happened in both of those people's lives. So many things that would have happened that could potentially mean that when we first got together, you might have forgotten certain elements of what that moment was like. But on the 10th year anniversary, if you somehow manage to remember what happened in year one and you present some sort of gesture or whatever that's associated to that, wouldn't that be more powerful than just Googling, what do I get on a 10th year anniversary? Oh, a bouquet of flowers or a bunch of chocolates or whatever, that might momentarily make this person feel like, I feel special because you've just got me these flowers and chocolates or whatever, or a teddy bear. A teddy bear.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
The other thing as well, which I want to touch on, piggybacking off what you said, is that, you know, on top of just doing the thing that everyone expects you to do, everyone wants to show, I'm not saying everyone, but, you know, I'm generalizing here. People like to show to the world that they're in a happy relationship. Taking pictures and demonstrating to social media, hey, look, we're celebrating Valentine together, and I love her, he loves me. But, you know, what was very interesting, you know, when I was doing research before we talked about what we wanted to talk about in this episode, is that a majority of couples who post themselves together are the most unhappiest, which is a crazy stat. And the couples who are the most happiest are the ones who show their partners the least social media, which I found very interesting. So, you know, everyone who you might believe is in a very happy relationship, that could be a symptom of something deeper that's going on, because they want to conceal the fact that actually, you know, actually, if you look under the bonnet, we haven't got all of our shit together, but this is a way of putting a plaster over a deep wound.
Do you know what's crazy? The world that I've lived in, the Love Island world, I would say, derives from that to a certain extent, where everyone is suddenly shocked that this couple has broken up. But that's purely because social media is portrayed, or the couple has portrayed, that everything's all good. Only like either the diehard fans that realize that actually this couple hasn't posted for a while, for let's say a couple of weeks or so, something's up, that would kind of get an intuition that they're going through a tough time. But like generally, the idea of a Love Island couple, I wouldn't even just categorize it as just Love Island, but reality TV, go through a lot of that pressure of, oh my God, we need to portray a perfect outlook on what our relationship looks like, as opposed to giving the reels of, we are going through something tough, give us 5 minutes, or give us give us some time to actually go through what we're going through. The crazy thing is we shouldn't have to do that. But
your relationship's born in the public, and
the public have a certain level of expectation. And I completely appreciate that. It's almost like, from a football point of view, like I know a lot of the footballers, I've heard most recently that a lot of them appreciate that fans, we heard it from Connie when we had Connie here, you know, he appreciates that fans are paying to see them play. Fans are paying to literally see them do what they do week in, week out. So like, there is a certain level of acceptance that they have an opinion on whether or not they perform well or perform badly. And that is kind of where the reality TV couples and relationship fits. Fans have openly watched that journey throughout the reality TV stint, or even sometimes to a certain extent, just a social media stint. Oh, we've posted that we're now together and we're a lovely couple and blah, 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 blah. And now every single day, every single week, we're posting couples content. So from that point of view, the fans feel like if anything goes bad, we should be the first people to know about it. But they never ever consider that. Some people do, but some people, for the most part, a lot of people don't consider that this is our life. So we have every right to plug out and plug in. Like, there is a certain level of grace where we need to just figure things out ourselves. And we can't do that with a trail of 100, 10,000, 100,000, million odd people that are looking at our lives and think that we need to now accommodate all these other people before we accommodate ourselves and whatever thought processes we're going through as well. Just as a little, that's just as a little insight, because obviously I live in that world, and I've gone through it, through my breakup and through my challenges before, where I was like, oh, what do I do? Do I let everyone know before I even kind of figure out where I'm at?
And even if you scale that down to people who aren't in the limelight, but they have projected to everyone within their circles that everything is good, and they constantly communicate that on a regular basis.
Yes.
They then have to keep up appearances, and then it's all of a sudden, I can't tell you when things are going wrong. So that completely resonates with me. That was very insightful. I haven't heard that from you before. We've been talking a lot about love, giving love, receiving love, ways in which we can demonstrate love to the people who are most dearest to us, that are not always going to be in line with what society's expectations are. Is there anything that you would like to close on before we move into our favorite tradition?
Yeah, definitely. I think because Valentine's typically is about, from what we were saying earlier on, is about couples. But there's a large portion of people that go into Valentine's that isn't in a couple. So I just want to stress that even though Valentine seems like a period that is like, couples, 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 don't be disheartened by the fact that you're going into Valentine's, you might be single, and you are very much on a path of either focusing on yourself, you've got your goals, or to caveat that, you're also figuring things out for yourself. You're not quite there yet. You might not have any goals. You're still figuring things out. I also think that's really, that's okay as well. If you're in that space, you definitely shouldn't be having a Valentine's couples day or whatever gesture you plan to do on that day. Like, you should still be very much trying to find yourself, go through that self-development. I want to just stress that all of those things, whilst you are in your own company, you're in your own, you're in your own bubble right now, and you're not in a relationship, just be happy, be present. And I can only speak of my own situation, because now I'm going into Valentine's where I'm single. I'm not with anyone. I don't have the, I was going to say, I don't have the advantage of having to, but whether or not it's an advantage or not, I don't know. But I don't have to go through those motions of, a Valentine's Day with someone and trying to make that person feel special on a Valentine's Day. I'm very much in that space of self-discovery, self-love, and trying to really chase the things that make me happy right now. And I very much do believe that with all those things in mind, someone will come. The right person will come at the right time. I'm not chasing that right now. I'm not actively trying to force it.
That's when you're not forcing it.
Yeah,
it happens.
Like I said on a podcast before, I met someone that was really, really, special in Australia, and I say special in regards to like the way that person was, and the character of that person, and I really appreciate that. So I can't take anything away from that. But at the end of the day, I'm still single. I don't have to do a Valentine's gesture for that person. It helps that I'm like 24 hours away. But but ultimately, I'm kind of living a life right now where it's very much focused on the things that make me happy, especially with what we went through the beginning of the year. So, we'll appreciate that. How about you? Do you feel like you have anything else to add to the fact that you're not to rub salt into the wound, but you're a single man on Valentine's?
Yeah, I'm just very grateful for the love that I do receive in life. From you.
Is this your gratitude? Is this your act of gratitude?
From gratitude, and you spoke really well to us, people like us who are single, we're not in relationships, and we may feel left out on Valentine's Day. We're hitting the panic button. Where is my Valentine's date? Where is she? I want her. I can't believe I'm left alone. I'm looking on social media. Everyone's celebrating Valentine's Day. What about me? No, don't worry. Your time will come. Relax. Work on yourself. That person will present themselves, and they're gonna love this version of you that arrived at that moment when you meet them. So chill and be cool with it, and be happy with the love that you're currently receiving from your loved ones. And if you don't have any loved ones, from God, if not God, your future self that loves you right now and believes that you're going to get love in the future, find a way to create that narrative that you are loved. And I am grateful for the fact that we are blessed when we are loved. And one day, I'll find the one.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that. And I think everyone, if they really want to, will. So just be patient.
Yes. And on that note, I feel like that was the act of gratitude for this episode. Everything that Sydney just said. So thank you guys very much for tuning in to Teddy Talks. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment below. And also, I ask this of you guys every single episode. Please do not forget to give us your quotes that you live by on a day-to-day basis, your acts of gratitude that you also, some people I know I do appreciate. Sometimes you don't go to bed thinking, oh, I'm grateful for this. Try it. Let me know what that process was for you. If you already do it, let us know what that act of gratitude was as well. And please do not forget, we are here every single Sunday at 7 o'clock. Thank you, guys.